Hey guys, Will West here and welcome to Invest with Will West. Today I want to share something very special and really cool with you. We will look at AI, specifically GPT-3, and how it could potentially aid us in our investment decisions. Before we begin, I know that every YouTuber says this, but if it's your first time here and you want to learn new investing related stuff, new ideas and lesser known tips, tap the subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss anything important. I'm a brand new channel and this would help me out a great deal. Thank you guys. With that out of the way, let's jump right in. So I came across this Medium post today, which explained how GPT-3 machine learning model within an online game was used to simulate a realistic marketing consultation. It seemed very impressive, so I decided what if I altered the original prompt that Edward Nevraumont used and make it more related to investing. Before having a chance to speak with AI, we first have to join a game at the AIDungeon.io. You might be wondering, why do we have to do this within a game? Thing is, GPT-3 is currently not publicly accessible and only certain projects have beta access, and AIDungeon is one of those projects. The free version includes GPT-2 algorithm, which is inferior to GPT-3. Once we have joined, we have to subscribe for the Dragon AI model, which costs about $9 per month. This is the GPT-3 model we are looking for. There is a trial and you can subscribe with a credit card or PayPal. And as a disclaimer, Dungeon AI are not paying me to make this video and advertise them. I just found it incredibly interesting and that's why I'm sharing it with you now. Let's go to single player game and create a new custom game. We have to type 6 for that. Now we have to enter a prompt. Originally it wants us to be some brave knight hunting for a dragon or something like that, but we will do it in a slightly different way. Here's the modified prompt I used. You are a portfolio manager at a large investing firm. Your company invests money for clients and seeks the best investment opportunities. Your goal is to find the best investments that would beat the S&P 500 benchmark index. You have obtained services of a very experienced investing consultant and a portfolio manager who has already done extensive research on currently available investments in terms of stocks, bonds, commodities, and other alternative investing opportunities. The consultant arrives at your office and both of you enter the boardroom. The investing consultant asks what you want to focus on today. You tell him, come up with investing opportunities that would beat the S&P 500 index benchmark. Now, it's very possible that this prompt or seed is not ideal. If you have any ideas what would be a better prompt I could have used, please write it in the comments and we can try it out next time. And now let's see what our consultant will say and if we can find any common ground at all. He looks at you and begins to ask questions. He says he doesn't understand why you want to do this, since it's not like there are such opportunities out there. You explain that the only reason is because of the current economic situation. Okay? What can we ask him now? What would be a good investment that would act as a hedge in times of economic collapse? The advisor smiles and says, that sounds like an interesting idea. He goes over to his desk and pulls out a notebook. He writes down some numbers on a piece of paper and then hands it back to you. Well, let's read the notebook. The notebook contains numbers of stock options that would be extremely profitable in the event of some major political instability or an attack on American soil. These options would make you hundreds of % profit if certain events occurred. Sounds risky. Those investments look incredibly risky. Could you recommend something safer? The advisor begins to shuffle some papers and then looks up at you. He begins to name some more profitable potential investment opportunities, but none of them are suitable. Do you think gold is a good investment? The advisor looks at you and says that right now gold is a very good investment. Why do you think so? The advisor explains that gold has always been a hedge against political chaos or war. It's an asset that most of the population is familiar with, it has industrial use, and it's very divisible. Okay, the first argument is legit, but is it really divisible? I think here we can already see some problems with AI in terms of investing advice. You know, let's see how well GPT-3 understands what gold is. Let's ask him, is gold an income-producing asset? The advisor says that gold isn't really an income-producing asset, but it has a lot of industrial uses, which is good. Okay, so that's correct, I guess, but let's ask him, how much gold should one have in their portfolio? The advisor says that it really all depends on how much money you want to risk. A good guideline is 1% of your net worth in gold coins. Okay, why did he choose gold coins out of all possible options? Why gold coins and not gold ETFs? The advisor says that while ETFs are easier and faster to use, yes, the main reason why people buy gold coins is due to their familiarity. Interesting. Which other commodities would you recommend? The advisor recommends sugar and coffee as the next two commodities to focus on. You are now the owner of gold coins. Good luck! Okay guys, and here we see the first problem. In this case, the AI has been trained in context with RPG games, not as a consultant. Still, I think we can get some interesting information out of it. Let's continue. Let's talk about other investments, such as real estate. Do you think real estate is a good investment right now? Let's see what he says. The advisor says that right now it is, but there are some big risks. You are now owner of real estate investments. Good luck! And what about stocks? Would you suggest investing in stocks? Would you suggest investing in Tesla right now? The advisor says that he's a little more knowledgeable about the stock market, and the stock market right now is a good time to buy, but like all things, there are always risks. Which stock would you recommend to buy? The advisor recommends Amazon. Yes! After 2 hours, the advisor has a whole new set of investments for you. Okay, and now I won't type anything and just keep pressing enter to see what it generates. Okay, we're making progress. I think it's time to ask some questions about how to best use my money. So that first question, what is the best way to diversify? Well, if you had to choose one, I would say real estate is the way to go. You can always rent out an apartment or house and make a steady monthly income without much risk. However, if market goes down, you don't really lose anything since you are making a monthly income regardless. That's not really true. If the market goes up, you can sell for a nice profit. How about stock market? Is it a good idea to invest in it? If you really know what you're doing, then I would say yes. However, that is not something I would recommend to just anyone. You would have to take classes and learn more about the market before you could even attempt it. How about commodities? Should I invest in them? If you have a background in trading, then yes, you should. Otherwise, I would not. Okay, anything else? Let's go back and try asking another question. Yes, what about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin? The advisor says that while the market is very volatile right now, they are a new market and there is potential for them to grow in the future, and you are now owner of Bitcoin. Okay, let's see. How much Bitcoin do I have? You have 100 Bitcoin. Do you know how to start trading? Should I buy or sell my Bitcoin right now? The advisor says that you should wait a little bit before trading, since there are many things that can happen in the market and you don't want to make a mistake. So how long should I wait? I want to make sure I make the right choice. I would wait at least a couple of months. You don't want to get involved with something that could go wrong. Alright, anything else? Yes, what will be the price of Bitcoin after 5 years? The advisor says that in 5 years the price of Bitcoin would be around $30,000. Okay, I guess it's not that unrealistic if Fed keeps doing what they're doing. Bitcoin might cost 30,000 by then, but what will be the cost of a burger? Write in the comments if you have any ideas about this. How do you know? Isn't it risky to make such a prediction? Not really, it's more of a guess than anything else. There are so many factors at play. The market's going to be more stable in the future and more people are going to be investing in it. As long as you have a computer and a bank account, you can own a little bit of Bitcoin. That makes sense, I guess. What about Tesla? What will be the price of Tesla stock after 5 years? The advisor says that the price of Tesla stock will be worth around $200 per share. Heard that, Tesla investors? The AI has spoken. That's still a lot of money. Sure it is. Do you have any other questions about your investments? Yes, I do. What is the most valuable company in the world? The advisor says that Apple is the most valuable company in the world, with market capitalization of over $7 trillion. That's really impressive, but how do you know these things? Wait, that's wrong. Amazon is more valuable. Oh, how is that? Look at the charts, bruh. You turn on your laptop and turn on Bloomberg. You search for the company Amazon, and the chart that appears shows that it has market cap of over $1 trillion. See? Nah, it's not even close. How do you know what chart is it? Easy. I took a computer class. Oh, wow. I won't type anything right now. I'll just click enter and have it generate on its own. Or I should say my advisor took a computer class and he said I could take a peek at the internet when I was on break. Yeah, well, you shouldn't be looking at charts on your break. That's what your advisor should be doing. Don't listen to him. He always thinks he's better than everyone else. Let's ask something normal. How do you invest safely? The advisor says that you should only be investing a small amount of money in each company. If a company goes under, you don't lose all your money. It's just that you don't make anything as well. Okay. Is investing in index funds a good idea? The advisor says that while it's true that you won't earn as much as if you had an active role in selecting the companies you invested in, index funds are a safe bet and will diversify your risk. You are now the owner of the following stocks: Oracle, Tesla, Apple, Amazon. You have a net worth of $290,960.40. Nice! And the end. Well, what do you think about all of this? I think it got some things right. And it also regurgitated the general advice you hear online. Go for index funds and don't bother market timing or stock picking, which is probably good advice for the majority of the population. However, I think what this AI is saying is pretty much crowd wisdom, not really specialized knowledge that you need when it comes to investing. This might be due to the reason that in this case the AI was fitted to work within framework of an RPG game. That is why you saw those funny inventory notices. Also, I think the original marketing experiment worked better due to marketing being a more creative discipline than investing, which is very specific and mostly about dry numbers and stuff like that. But if GPT-3 was trained and tailored to give you financial advice, I think it could be way more powerful. And now tell me what you think. What better prompt should I use next time to generate even better responses from the GPT-3 algorithm? Please let me know in the comments. Bear in mind that this is only the beginning. In the future we will probably see further developments and specialized consulting tools. I can already see so many jobs being replaced with Microsoft laying off their journalists as a start. And looks like consulting jobs are on some shaky grounds as well. If you think any of your friends or colleagues could find this video interesting, please share it with them and see what they think. If I see this kind of content gets good response and people are really interested in AI investment advice, then I promise to make a sequel. Thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, this has been Invest with Will West.